Good morning, everybody. Jayy here with another War of the Visions video, and it's been a minute since we've done an episode in our Only the Bonus series, but with the new Christmas units coming out, I think it's time to show off what they can do with some of their MR and lower counterparts. So let's do an Only the Bonus video. Alright, to start this video, let's talk about the rules. It's been a minute, and I think some people might not know what Only the Bonus is about. So on the screen now, what you're seeing, this is the team comp that I'm going to be running today. We have the bonus unit, Christmas Vinera, with, in theory, only MR and less friends and vision cards. Now, I do need to point out, I am using Fenrir, a UR vision card here, because I do not have an MR magic resist vision card. I was kind of forced to do that. But other than that, only MR or lower rarity stuff. We have Grace. She's going to be the support in our group today. And we have Etra making her maybe worldwide PvP debut. I don't know if anybody ever uses this chick, but she's in the group. She's going to be running the Leonis Castle vision card. She's running Cactar as her Esper because that's the only thing I have leveled on her. Then Vinera is going to run double Marlboro here. The Marlboro Esper for the strike attack and magic resist. The Marlboro Vision card for strike attack up for her and her punching sister Etre there. And then we have the magic resist card on Grace. And we're building an anti-magic team. We're going to go try and find magic teams and see if we can beat them with only the bonus UR unit for like UR things. So let's jump into the fighting. Let's see what we can do. And let's really see how Etre does in these fights. I'm pretty dang curious. Okay, so for our first fight today, we have found an all-magical team. Now, I was trying really hard to find all-magic teams that did not include Halloween Little Leela, because she has that element advantage over Vinera, and more importantly, Etra, and I didn't want to get, like, annihilated by that. But we found one here. We have a Sakura, Rain, Ildira, so let's get the footage rolling on this. Let's see what the team can do, right, and what we want to happen. So let's talk about that. Basically what we're looking for here is this. We want Vinera casting her magic resist buff on the group. We want Grace casting Shell on our units to further enhance that magic resist. We want Etra to provide a combination of like off tanking by just getting forward early, absorbing some of the enemy's hits, using up some of the enemy's AP. And then Vinera's going to come in, get aggro, and hopefully the two of them can combine to do enough damage. Because one thing I'm a little worried about is we don't have a boatload of damage in this group. A drawback of MR carry units, like I guess Etra is supposed to be, is they don't pack the punch that UR units do. But our bonus unit in this case is a tank, or at least we're running her as a tank, so we do need to find help with our damage from the MR units. So far so good. We have Warrior of Light's TMR on Grace to help her not run out of TP in case the fight gets really long. Etra moving forward there. One thing I found with Etra is it's really hard to stop her from moving forward. But look at that, 760 damage. That's okay. You can live with that. And there's our taunting spell. So Etra does her job. Vinera trying to tank here. We're going to get a shell on Vinera just after she casts taunting spell. So that's pretty cool. All right, boom. Etra, nice damage there, actually. That was like 1,400 damage on 2 units. You're going to live with that from Etra. That's fine. Okay, here's a Firaga from Rain. Really well tanked right there from Christmas Vinera, because that's what she does. And then, boom, she walks up to Rain and just says, "Good night, sir. I got my man killer attack. I'm going to put you down." So things are going good early. But Sakura exists. Let's see what this says. Here comes Sakura's Limit Break. She's targeting our units here. Hey, that's not bad. We tanked that pretty well as well. Water Aga. Okay, Etra's starting to get low, but she's not scared. She runs in there, pop. 667 damage. She would have done 666 damage, but she didn't want people thinking she was like evil or something. Okay, Etra goes down. So Etra has traded her life for a chance to win the fight. Can we come through for our girl? Vinera walks in. She's out of AP, so she's just in punching mode. But she punches Ildira. Ildira going to try and heal up the group. Sakura looking for that damage. Ooh, we're going to go for full life on Etra here. And, nope, Etra running 30 faith to help take magic damage a little better. But look at the Winter Vinera, just 4,000 damage with the God Slaying move. take that. Now, takes 2,000 damage back from Ildira there, because Ildira using Spellblade sub, that's slashing type damage, which we're not built to take as well. Here comes Water Blade again. Yeah, that's pretty good damage, but we have Grace, we have heals, and we have the advantage of turns running out while we have 2 units left alive. So that's a win in our first fight. I would say Etre was the MVP of that, but that might not be true. Anyway, let's go to a second fight and see how we do there. Okay, so it was unavoidable for our second fight. We have found a lot of wind element here with Howlet, Leela, and Sakura. Now, it is magic damage, which is what we're wanting to, be tanky against, but not ideal magic damage. There's a lot of wind on this team. So what are we going for? We're going for the same thing we got last time. We want Vinera to just be a great tank. We want Etra kind of off-tanking and supplementing some damage, and, Grace supporting. So let's see what happens. I have a worse feeling about this one going in for sure. Okay, buffing going pretty good the same. Howlet gets the TMR off on himself. Etra, okay, Etra providing her support. She's here to support the team. She does, kind of a jack of all trades or something. She's using Cecil's TMR there, which gives her something to do besides just charge forward, which was a really important thing with Etra. If anyone is thinking about using her, her AI is like charge the enemy at almost all costs. Okay, wind damage. Oh my gosh, that was 3,000 damage. Ouch. And we're a full-on anti-magic build. So you can see the power of wind. Now, you can also see how good we are against other types of magic. And there's a taunting spell. Now, was that in time to save Etra? That's going to be pretty important. Here comes a cure for her. Now, Etra running that 30 faith, not going to get the biggest heals. But, okay. Now, this might be a problem, you guys. This is Animal Pumpkin, Little Leela's Limit Break. This is going to remove our magic resist buff and remove our hate. Great damage from Etra there. Almost, took Sakura pretty dang low. But without the magic shield, Howlet just walks up to Vinera and says, game over. And now Leela is healing up the team. Okay, so it's at about this moment when BlueStacks decides that it's going to crash. And spoiler alert, we don't win. Grace does not 1v3 that. We lose, and it's a great highlight of the pumpkin attack from Leela, her limit break, and how good that is, even against magic tanks that are relying on buffs to both hold aggro and to mitigate the damage. So let's go to a third fight and see what we can find there. Okay. So for fight number 3, we find a very similar team to our first fight, and we're hoping for similar results, right? No little Leela to remove our hate and our magic attack buffs, no Howlet to take advantage of little Leela doing that. We have pure magic dealers, and we have our magic resistant team, so we should be in pretty good shape. Let's see how it plays out though. One thing I want to talk about here is I made a slight adjustment to Etra to help her try and stay back a little bit better. I gave her Mod's TMR instead of Cecil's in this fight. This will bring her all the way over to Grace to cast Rallying Cry right there. And now she doesn't just move forward, because sometimes she will just cast that buff from range and then just run at the enemy team. Like, her AI is really silly. She loves to run at the enemy team. But anyway, alright, there's Vinera. We're getting our buffs up. Regular stuff like what we've been doing. And we're just hoping Vinera can tank it up and that Etra can, supplement that with her own way. Speaking of Etra supplementing tanking, here's Sakura targeting Etra with her limit break and about 50% of her health and damage. That's fine. Wicked Pummel from Vinera, good damage. Let's see what we got here. Oh, we're going to get a Terra Slash. Okay, Rain almost dead from the 1-2 combination and the chaining combination, I might add, from Etra and Vinera. Water Aga on Etra, she's still standing. Rain going for her with his limit break. So, this is going to kill Etra, right? Like, she's going to die from this. But she ate 2 limit breaks from the enemy team and an attack from the enemy Ildira. We've essentially traded Etra for Rain. I'm not trying to badmouth Etra here, but that's a good trade for us. Vinera is untouched. She can now walk in there, start doing her tanking thing. Oh, and by the way, god level tank super DPS Etra back to life from full life. Here's a Shadow Flare from Sakura. Let's see, respectable damage, but we tanked that pretty well. Vinera working her way in. Demon Purger almost one punches the enemy Uldira. They're going to have to look to heal up from that, and if they're healing, they're not doing damage, which is good for us. Okay, here's the heals. Uldira, a very competent healer. Sakura, loving that Shadow Flare right now. Throws it out again. Makes the mistake of pulling us closer to them, and Demon Purger number 2 will drop Uldira. You get a 1-2 combination attack from Etra. Grace just doing whatever at this point. Etra still standing. Demon Purger number 3 cleans up the fight. And there you go. That is 2 wins on the day for the Punching Sisters from Earth, whatever you want to call them. Okay, let's go to the outro and put a bow on this video. Okay, so we did pretty good. Like, I would say overall this comp performed better than expected. We were in about the 100-ish range on Arena, which is pretty respectable, especially on the last day of Arena for the week. And we picked up 2 wins and a loss in those videos. Now, I'm not going to lie, I did mess around a little bit. Like, I had to figure out the movement and things. But those 3 fights were almost consecutive. I didn't spend a ton of time finding the right battles. And we saw what I would tend to expect to see from this comp. Vinera is a really good magic tank. Etra's damage caps at about that 1500 to 2000 range in this group, but she was able to move forward and eat some abilities from the enemy team. That was really important. That bought time for Grace to do some healing, it bought time for Vinera to gather aggro, or it bought time for Vinera to kind of clean up the enemy. And you saw when we landed full life on Etra, her and Vinera were able to like work together and find some kills and clean up a fight. So I'm pretty pleased with the performance here, especially considering we're using Etra. Yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. If you enjoyed the video and you want to see more videos like this, let me know in the comments. If you're going to go for Christmas Vinera and you're like, ooh, I need to buy some Viz, consider using my Amazon coin affiliate link down in the description. That helps me out a ton. And yeah, that's all I got for you today. I will see you all in the next video.